A nation watching the man who will direct the country from emergency to recovery. Every step he's ever taken as Chancellor has been unprecedented.
Can the country afford this budget, Mr. Sunak?
All eyes on him for a budget which will, for the first time, reveal his vision of what post-pandemic, post-Brexit Britain actually looks like.
Mr. Chancellor of the Exchequer.
But first, the consequences of still being in lockdown.
What was originally thought to be a temporary disruption to our way of life has fundamentally altered it. Much has changed, but one thing has stayed the same. I said I would do whatever it takes. I have done, and I will do so.
Extending emergency economic support to the autumn, which means it will have been in place for 18 months.
The furlough extended to September. Self-employed grants extended to September. Universal credit uplift extended to September. Kickstart, restart, a lifetime skills guarantee. Business rates cut. VAT cut. Stamp duty cut. And a new mortgage guarantee. The first part of a budget that protects the jobs and livelihoods of the British people.
But all adding up to £406 billion of emergency support over 2 years, enough to make chancellors of any stripe swallow hard. This has consequences.
The damage done by coronavirus, combined with a level of support unimaginable only 12 months ago, has created huge challenges for our public finances. The amount we've borrowed is comparable only with the amount we borrowed during the 2 world wars.
That likely to cause Conservative jitters, much like the Prime Minister's posture. Corporation tax up after years of Tory reductions and income tax thresholds frozen. But it was what he didn't say which gave the opposition an opening.
We needed a budget to fix the foundations of our economy, to reward our key workers, to protect the NHS and to build a more secure and prosperous economy for the future. Instead, what we got was a budget that papered over the cracks, and although the Chancellor spoke for almost an hour, we heard nothing about a long-term plan to fix social care.
It was a budget of 2 halves. £65 billion more of emergency pandemic relief, with one principal aim: to stave off the spectre of mass unemployment. The government's forecasters suggest actually the numbers on that now are going in the right direction. But then a defining gamble from Rishi Sunak. A massive, hugely expensive tax break for companies at a time where he was saying little about public services and proposing tax rises around the time of the next election. And a Tory Chancellor raising the burden of those tax rises to the highest levels since the 1960s.
These are very big tax rises indeed. It's the biggest tax-raising budget since 1993, so in nearly 30 years. And it will take, if all delivered, the tax burden in this country to its highest level, its highest sustained level ever.
The man in number 11 wants to kickstart Britain, bring back growth with business at the fore. Will it deliver what the country needs? Sam Coates, Sky News.